do an ASMR thing. Today, I am joined by a very special artist. She's a songwriter, a producer, and every time she sings in a crowd, everyone will stop and listen. She has a beautiful voice. She'll make you feel all the emotions, cry, laugh, and sometimes everything at the same time. And she's a great musician and an amazing friend. And I'm so happy to introduce Maria-Inés. She's coming to yap with us.
Yay! Hello.
Hello.
Thanks so much for having me. I am so excited.
Well, thank you for being here.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
I genuinely do think though, like especially like the cavern, the gig last time, you definitely felt that everyone was listening to the certain songs.
That is very sweet.
Yeah.
It's nice when people are quiet and are
I know, right?
to the words.
And
Especially when it's just like me and the guitar.
Mm.
It's like, it could go 50-50. It could go like everyone is speaking or like everyone is... And I think the cavern was like, everyone was this.
Yeah.
And then when I was singing, I was also like, oh my God, if I fuck up right now, they're gonna hear it.
And the sets are feeling so much stronger and stronger every time. I missed the one festival you did the other day.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, that was really good. That was really nice.
Yeah?
It was like a Liverpool community sort of thing.
Cute.
But yeah, it was cute.
There's a couple songs that honestly with all of my friends, my favorite songs are the ones that haven't been released yet as well.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm just waiting for it. But I think you also know like which ones are my favorite. You probably are a bit more, well, not tired because they're your songs, you know, and you love them, of course. But you're probably also like buzzing for the next.
Yeah,
song.
It's weird because like the process from like when a song is written to when it actually comes out,
it's so long.
But by the time it happened with like my first EP, it came out. By the time it came out, I was like, these songs are so old. Like no one, like, ugh. But it's like they're new for the whole world, so the world is like, oh my God, that's so exciting. But I'm like, yeah, I wrote it 3 years ago. Like,
do you think that affects it though? Like, for example, you did the live version, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, so nice.
Thank you. That is so sweet.
Did notice that you had like, I guess obviously because it's a live version there are different elements, however you did maybe try and have a bit more fun in certain sections with different instruments and all that. Was that already done like ages ago, or do you feel like they actually came more through because you were kind of already heard the other version so many times that you were like, okay, now I want to add new things?
I think so. I think it definitely made me like have a little bit, like made them a bit more new in my mind. So it was like also having like my friends who are like amazing musicians in the room when we were recording the live version was also like, it added to the, oh, we can do this and we can do that. And everyone was like sort of collaborating in a way, which was like, it makes the songs a bit more new. And for instance, like there's the main song, which is called Mixed Emotions. I like the live version a lot more than I like the recorded version. Just because I think like also in the room, it felt like, oh my God, this is magic. We are so good. It was like, oh my God, this is great. And then I hear it and I think it comes through in the recording. So I think...
What do you think comes through though? Like, is it because you feel like that's how you always wanted the song to kind of highlight the emotions, or is it anything particular that you feel that song?
I think it's emotion-wise what pulls through. And it's also like, there's something about having a classical guitar in songs that I'm now appreciating so much more. And we had Alvar Mas, who is like the best guitarist in the whole world. And then he was doing some like classical bits on it. And when that guitar, it's just like, it just like scratches my brain in like the best way possible. I don't know, I think...
And you got to use so many really fun instruments.
Oh my God, yeah. And we got to use some like crazy mics as well.
I also, like, you know the Newman mic thing?
Yeah.
When I searched it up at the time, why does it look like a head?
So it's like basically when we were going to record the only song in Spanish, which is called Lo Ético, in my mind, I was like, I just want it to be vocals and guitar and that's it. And Maisie, who was the sound engineer for it, Maisie. Maisie, who we had as a sound engineer, was like, okay, this is perfect. I know exactly what you need. And then she pulled out this like box with a head in it, and we were like, Is everything okay? What's going on? And then she set it up and everything, and she was like, okay, you stand there, there, and there. So Alvaro was like behind.
Because you guys hadn't seen that mic before.
No, ever.
No,
and so she was like, Alvaro stand behind the head. And then Mariana was on one side, who did the BDs.
Claro, porque eso representa, o sea, cómo lo...
The head, how
claro.
it... So then Mike had the headphones on, and we sang like a little bit. And Mike, it was like blowing his head. And so...
Oh, because you could hear it live,
Mike
obviously,
And then if it's like, if you're doing it on the left ear, you hear it on the left and shit. And so we all like took turns. And it's so crazy because like if you go like this, you hear it like surround.
Wow.
It was so... But then...
How do you even mix that, though?
That's what it was. So then Mike, who did the mixing for everything.
Yeah.
It's obviously it was just one track.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was like, it was really hard.
How many takes, like?
I think we did like 3 takes. And then the last...
That's impressive as well. What the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah, because also we wanted to keep it like raw and like emotion-wise. I'm also like in the recording, you can see like we fuck up a little bit, but it's like, it doesn't matter. Like,
no, and that's the thing. Like you want it to feel real.
But yeah, we did like 3 takes, and then I think we might have like added some like extra stuff, but the 2 vocals and the guitar is all in one.
Yeah.
And Mike was like struggling so much to mix it because...
Yeah, because you can't separate them.
Yeah, and then also I was also very picky because I was like, can you turn Mariana a bit down? And he was like, with the
He's like, bitch, I can't.
to...
Oh, of course, because then you can't really level.
Because you can't level, so he had to do it frequency-wise. So bless his soul.
Oh my God.
It was amazing.
Wow. But that means also, like, it will probably be very difficult to comp between the 3 takes. Like, you would have to choose one.
We just chose one, yeah.
Wow. That's really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Because also you see the studio versions and there could be like 80 takes. I remember when we did like harmony stuff. Like it was like 80 takes.
Yeah.
That was just the oohs and ahs. That wasn't even like... But that takes so much time to then comp. But then this can actually be like focused on the real thing, but obviously difficult to like take off. I do really love though Lo Ético when you can hear Mariona be like really on the left. And then you.
Yeah.
Also, because as you know, like that's one of my favorite songs.
Sick. I love that one as well, to be honest.
Every time I listen to it live, genuinely, I always tear up. Aww. Like, I don't know what it, like it just hits this certain spot. Like, Fake It Till You Make It, obviously it was like, kind of brings it back to our first year uni and like just a little room where I first heard it. And it's like cute and like it's a great song. But Lo Ético is, I don't know, and you always sing it with so much emotion, which you always do with your songs. But that one is just like, you just feel it so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, the live version was really, really, really cool.
Thank you. I think that's also why I wanted to keep it so stripped back. Because I feel like the song on its own, like, it's just like so whole and it doesn't need like, there's other type of songs like Post-Trauma Philosophy, which is in the EP, which I feel like the production did so much for it. But I feel like Lo Ético is like, it can stand on its own. That's why I was like, live version. It has to be like that.
Yeah.
But thank you, that is very sweet.
Yeah. Because like, what is your writing process, first of all? Because you do love the guitar and like stripped back first, but then there's a lot of harmonies and then a lot of things happening. But how do you start normally then? Yeah.
There's so many ways it can go. Honestly, like, it just depends on what I'm feeling and what... If I start writing just like a line, whenever I grab a guitar or piano or whatever, and I write one line, that will determine where the song will go and how much time it'll take me and stuff like that. Because sometimes I sit... Hold on, I'm going to wait a second. Sometimes I just grab the guitar and the song comes out in 30 seconds and it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. But then sometimes it's like, I have this one phrase and I'm like, this is really good, but I need to think through like what I wanted to say, like where I wanted to go. So I think it a lot more. Where like there's other songs that it's just like what I'm feeling in the moment.
But do you normally then feel like, because what can be difficult sometimes if you have it like really stripped back is knowing how much to add, right? And also sometimes you can have a strip back and you can envision everything. You're like, I know exactly what I want. Like I want this and that and that. And then sometimes it's like you almost feel like protective over it. And you're like, oh, but nothing can be added. Or you just don't see it until a producer comes in and like um, like mess about with it. Obviously, there's going to be like some songs that like work in one way and some songs that don't. But do you feel like it's difficult then to like move from like having it super stripped down to a production fully? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do struggle with it sometimes because I feel like, especially with my songs, I'm very like emotion led with like how a song feels and where the song is going. And like for me, a song that's doesn't like necessarily mean that I won't add the production, but it determines like how much of the production I'll add. So for example, like Fake It Till You Make It, the recorded version, in my mind, it's like it feels a bit stripped back, but it's like there's so many more elements to it. Like we had synths and we also have the harmonies, which I think harmonies are also like a huge thing because I don't like to just add harmonies. Just like, let's just add them.
Yeah.
I like to add them where it's like, especially when the harmony is like a spoken word. So it's like, yeah, you're just like speaking the lyrics. I just add that when it's like, I want an emphasis on this certain lyric or this certain thing. And then if not, I just add like the oohs and ahs for like atmosphere or like and like to just to feel it.
Yeah.
But then for example in Fake It Till You Make It, we decided to like keep it a bit stripped back in the sense of like it's still like guitar is still the main thing and like the vocal, but we added like an atmosphere, which I think is so important to add into a song. And I feel like it also like is what takes you to like this different place when you're listening to a song.
Yeah, because you almost create like a little world. And I remember when you first showed the demo of it, there were some really nice pads and like it was just, you knew what you were trying to portray, and there was a lot of production.
Yeah.
It just felt like stripped down still.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. But then do you feel like sometimes you struggle to not add too much because you've heard it so many times that...
Yeah. I feel like it's hard to determine when like you're done.
Yeah.
Because also it's
the
kind
eternal
of weird.
question, isn't it? Like, when is it done?
Being like, is it done? Like, should I add like more reverb? Like, what should I? But I feel like if you listen to it enough times and then you show it to your friends and whatever, you can sort of like determine like, yeah, this song is done. Because also with Fake It Till You Make It, we added like candle sounds, like burning sounds, and then like writing sounds, which like you can barely hear. But they add so much, and we could have just like added more and more and more.
Yeah.
But it's like at some point you still want like the main vocal and like the lyrics to pull through.
Yeah.
So if you add too much, it becomes a bit of a, I don't know, I think it pulls it down a bit. Just like it depends on the song, but it's hard to say like I'm done. I think I like.
What was the like the most difficult song to kind of
to say?
Yeah, to be like, actually take it from my hands, someone please.
I think probably Host Drama or like House Party, because they're like a bit more upbeat, and we added harmonies in the way of like making it more fun and like stuff like that.
Oh yeah, is this like the live version or the?
No, the recorded version. Yeah. So we were like, we made like this little choir and stuff, so we could have like added a lot more harmonies in and added like a lot more stuff to it. But then at one point we were like, is that gonna add to it, or is that just because we think it sounds cool?
Yeah.
And it was just because we thought it sounded cool.
Because sometimes it's difficult as well to like, as musicians, you sometimes struggle to not make music for musicians. You'd be like, oh my god, I did this harmony, do you hear it? Or like, I did this, or like, I tried this sound, like this is really cool production wise. And then you show it to someone that doesn't do music, and then they're like, nah, I don't know. And then you realize you spent so much time focusing on something that doesn't really make the song.
Yeah.
You could go the other way and have, what's it called? Demo-nitis, basically. When you're like, only like the demo.
Yeah. I struggle with that lows, to be honest, like only liking the demo because I get so emotionally attached. And then like Mike shows me a different version and I'm like, actually that sounds way better. That sounds way better, and I think I understand it now.
It's really difficult though.
Yeah.
And I like being on the producer side, I already know before I'm going to start mixing or producing, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a difficult one because they've sat with this for 8 months and they only like their demo. So I'm like, oh, good luck to me.
Yeah.
But then when I'm on the other side, I kind of feel a bit more compassionate because I'm like, I have this thing in my head of like how it's gonna be, and then I'm like, okay, and give it to someone to mix. And then I'm like, oh wait, that's sick.
Yeah.
Actually, you're great.
Actually, you're great. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it been like something difficult as well to write because you're very honest in your lyrics, and sometimes the place where you can get really stuck is obviously like before you even get to the production stage.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like it's difficult to then actually be that honest, or that you stop yourself because you just can't let yourself like speak freely? Or
I think definitely. Also, I think what I've been struggling more is like just like knowing a bit more of the industry, knowing a bit more of like how the songwriting, production, mixing, mastering process works.
yeah.
It's hard sometimes to like sit with the guitar or the piano and write something and not like immediately start imagining how it's going to be like how it's going to be produced. And then sometimes I'm
Yeah.
like, this song won't work in an album, or this song won't work in the new EP, so I stop writing it. But I feel like it's the main reason why we do songwriting is like emotions wise, and like because we need to process something. So I think it's just like important to always like, if you start a song, finish a song, even if it doesn't feel like as authentically me as it can be. Or like I start writing a song from an honest perspective, and then I'm like, this won't work in a production, or this won't work. I think it's I think it's just important to like finish whenever we start writing. But sometimes that can be hard. You can't always write from like an honest like point of view, because sometimes
Yeah.
like just write, you know, like sometimes
Sometimes we just be a bit dramatic.
yeah, like, or like
I
you've
know.
written enough about a topic that you're like, I think I'm okay with this,
Yeah.
and then you have another idea for that, but you're like, do I need it? Like, do I need
Do you then finish
don't
it
know.
though, or do you find it difficult to not judge like where your inspiration is going? Because clearly now it's like you're thinking like, oh, but I've written about this,
Yeah.
or like I have processed it, or like the purpose of it has been fulfilled. But then sometimes you just need to kind of get it out regardless.
Yeah,
You know?
I think like I said, like I finish everything. I try to finish everything.
Yeah.
But then if I feel like I'm not like particularly feeling it, or I'm like, do I keep writing on this lane? I leave it. But then I always come back
Okay. Yeah.
and then try and finish it from another point of view, because
Okay,
like
yeah.
I don't know, I think it's always good to like come at it from a different perspective, even if it's like
Oh my god, sorry. I just realized I could open my eyes for 2 seconds when I was like, the sun went away. And I was
sun
like,
went
yeah,
away.
come back,
What was
back
it?
it
Oh, yeah.
at a different perspective.
yeah, I think it's good to always come back at it from a different perspective, even if it's like you started it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There is a reason why your brain is remembering that one line that you wrote, or that one thing. And even if at the moment you were like, I don't really feel like writing this, or
Yeah.
I don't really, there's a reason why some ideas stick, I think.
Yeah.
And it's always good to explore it, even if it's like you're not feeling it anymore, or you're not like in that mindset. If it's like a heartbreak song and you are not heartbroken
Yeah.
anymore, it's like, it's
Oh my
always
god,
good.
that's a real one as well.
Yeah.
I've gone back and I'm like, oh my god, this would sound great, but I cannot.
But I can, yeah.
Yeah. But it's true because like there's often this problem that a lot of writers do have, that it's like, oh, I have so many songs that I haven't finished. And it's not just about finishing it for the sake of having a demo ready, but it's also to just like practice not being that judgmental to
Yeah.
whatever comes out. Practice just doing art instead of it being like productive for mainstream. And at the end of the day, you will solve some sort of emotions or something, and be like, even if that is being like giving a hug and be like, oh man, you were really heartbroken back then, you know? Or just be like, oh, I'm so fine. And I didn't realize until like writing the song again that I
Yeah.
am fine. So yeah, I totally agree. It's definitely always worth it to like
Yeah.
finish it. I'll say that, and then I'll have to go home and open the 5 ones that I haven't finished.
Go
Like,
on the voice memos.
yeah. Oh my god, the voice memos.
The voice memos, literally, I have 3,000, like, 500.
Do you name them?
No.
No, me neither. And
Some
sometimes
are just like, Mount Pilgrim. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mount Pilgrim 54.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, my favorite song.
God.
Like,
sometimes I do try when I'm sat on a train or something to like scroll back and do have a little clean of like, okay, you've literally voice memoed the same song like 4 times.
yeah.
Like
Version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah, let's cut down or name it or something. But every time I do it, then
There's
a month
so
goes.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't keep up. Do you have any rituals though that you're like to
Mm.
kind of push through a creative like stuck period or yeah.
Yeah, I think most recently, actually, I've been trying to do this new thing,
Okay.
which is like when we did Lippa and we're at uni, I became a bit more like, whenever I went into a writing session, I'd always like open my computer up, make a file, share it. And then we have
Oh,
like
right, yeah.
computers next to each other. And then like if we need a rhyme, we go on Rhyme Zone. And if we need it,
Yeah.
whatever. So I always had like a computer handy. So like the internet basically to like
Yeah.
help me if I was like stuck on this word or like I need a synonym for this word and it's not popping up.
Yeah.
And also because like we speak two languages, sometimes it's hard to be like, there's this one word in Spanish that I don't know.
That.
Yeah.
Bueno, ahora sí. Entonces,
Okay.
¿qué haces ahora?
Y ahora what I try to do is like not have electronics around me too much. So I just like get my phone, put on record, because sometimes I just forget whatever I sing.
Yeah.
But I don't put it like too in reach of wherever I am. Just like enough. So like if I'm on the floor, I put it in the desk on top of me or whatever. And then I have one notebook where I just like write down words that are coming to my head or like
Sick.
ideas and stuff. And then another notebook where I'm writing the actual lyrics that I'm coming up with. And I think that's helped because like there's something so honest that happens when you have like a pen
Sí.
and a page, because it's silly, but it's like just like milliseconds of like you thinking of an idea and then putting it down on the page.
I know it's intentional. I guess for me, it's been like I've always found it a bit daunting to go for it because I'm like, what if I have this amazing idea and then I like by the time I'm writing it down, I forget it. But then I hadn't thought about it. Like obviously there's more of like an intention put through it as well because you're like really in it, and I guess it just in general keeps you in a certain flow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, because also it's like you come up with this idea and then if you're on the computer, you just type it out and that's it.
Yeah.
But whenever you're writing it, ideas come to your head as you're writing it as well because more time is passing because you write slower, basically. Or at least I do. I write quite slow.
Yeah.
So it's like there's lots of thoughts going in. And it's like it works sort of as a filter as well.
Yeah.
Because also if I think of something and then I forget it, in my mind it's like maybe it wasn't meant to be. Like wherever the songs come from, that one just filtered out because there's something else that's better waiting for me to get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what I've
nice.
been doing. Trying to not have electronics around, which has been nice.
Yeah. That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
I definitely will try that more. I've always thought like I guess and you probably can relate there's so much to do constantly.
Yeah.
So in my head I think recently I've been a bit in the loop of like whatever gets done the quickest, which I don't like because sometimes like as you said like we write because we want to talk about the feelings and sit in it and also just be creative. Like it doesn't have to be productive. But then it's so easy to be like, oh, let me just type it real quick and let's get the song done.
Let's just get it going. Yeah.
And that's not always fulfilling.
Yeah.
The same way.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it works because like it just depends on like the type of session that you're in and like
Definitely. Yeah.
because sometimes it is just like we
Get
need
it
like the
done.
best song in that sense of like have the perfect rhyme and have like the perfect sort of like thing. So I like it does work sometimes. But I think personally for me, I'm just in a moment where it's just not working anymore because I'm thinking too much.
Yeah, it depends on what your goal is or the type of session. I think it's just probably then about like finding space for all the creative things that you liked in the beginning as well.
Yeah.
So not necessarily that you would have to switch to just do it like on a notepad, but making sure you're actually carving out time for your creativity and just sitting in it just for myself and like enjoying the process.
Yeah.
Could you give me your favorite lyric you've written?
My favorite lyric I've written.
Yeah.
I think it's in Mixed Emotions, the second verse.
I had that written down.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's
I had
my
second
favorite
verse.
lyric. It's kissing your ghost became a habit. Loving your shadow felt like home. I think that
The
is.
whole second verse is so nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I wrote that, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
maybe I'm a songwriter.
Yeah. Okay, and to like wrap it up a bit, what do you find the most fun about being a musician and what do you find the hardest?
The most fun about being a musician is having musician friends. and you can sort of like connect, I feel, in a deeper level, because I find like songwriting is so honest, and like crafting a song with your friends, just like being in that room, opening up about like problems that you're having, or like deep feelings that you're trying to get through or something. It just makes you connect in such a deeper level, even if it's like you're artist to songwriter, or songwriter to songwriter, producer to songwriter. There's just like this, like, in my mind, it's like a magical bond that will never disappear, because you always have this one thing that you've made, and the process of making it is so pure. I think that's the best part about being.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
It is so different, isn't it? Like writing with your friends as well. Because you're just like already know, like you can open up and it'll be safe. Like no matter what emotions you're carrying that day, or like what ideas, like everyone is just there to like do it with love.
Yeah.
And it's so nice.
The hardest, I think, is having your brain always switched on, and like everything that you have to do, thinking about, like, if you're an artist, like there's so many things that you have to think about. If you're a songwriter, there's so many other things. If you're a producer, you're always trying to up yourself, and you're always like, there's never going to be an end where you're like, now I have this promotion and I have this, like, you're never going to be like completely comfortable, because you're always wanting to like up yourself and like learn new things and write new songs and create this new sound, and what's the new vibe going to be like, what's the new album going to sound like. So it's like you're always trying to like think ahead, and like you always have to be like, I guess, like 3 steps ahead in
especially
every
as
move that you make.
independent artist. Because you're everything. You're the promoter, you're the marketing, like everything.
But I think the thing that keeps it going is just like having a love for the art, because it is really hard, especially like just like getting like, being independent. You don't really have like a huge audience waiting. You don't really have like these huge connections. You're just like on your own trying to do these things. And like social media is always like, hello, you're not doing enough. So it's like, what the heck?
Yeah. And also all the AI, that's the whole thing.
Oh my God.
What has helped your creativity the most?
What's helped my creativity the most?
Yeah.
Damn. I think just like listening to music, like listening to different genres of music, and listening to like new artists that I don't know about, like being open-minded about upcoming artists, new artists.
Is there any ones that are coming to mind recently that you're like, wow, this has really inspired me, or this artist, or...
I think there's... Can I go on my Spotify?
You're allowed to. I'll allow it, actually.
Thanks. Because... Oh, shit. Because I've been listening to him non-stop.
I saw you post about someone the other day. Was that a Mexican? But that was not the other day. That was like literally January.
I think it... Maybe? Okay, here it is. Let me just make sure I'm still recording. Yeah. I've been listening to loads of Josué Alanis.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I have a friend in Mexico. His name is Lalo. And I like to songwrite with him. He's just like, he's amazing. And he was like, you need to listen to this. And I was like, okay. Yeah. He was so right. I've been listening to like for 3 months.
What is
straight.
it? What is it that is actually touching you? Like what?
I think it's the way like he produces and songwrites. Like he songwrites, like he has that balance of like writing a really good song and then knowing where to stop or where to go to with the production. If it's like too much or too little, like it's perfect, I think, in my mind. And it is so refreshing as well, because it's like, especially like with Spanish artists, I don't normally listen to Spanish artists just because it's just not in my, like anything, but it's just not in my thing. But just like listening to him writing those songs and producing them that way and being like so good, it just like inspired me a lot to want to write in Spanish.
Nice. Yeah.
So I've been trying to write in Spanish.
You know, I'm like, I don't like, actually now I'm changing my last question. How do you balance like writing in Spanish and I was going to say Norwegian, but that's not the case for you.
If I could write in Norwegian.
But like Spanish and English, because I don't know. There's always like, oh, will people listen if I write this? But then obviously there's an audience for both.
Yeah.
And sometimes, honestly, I feel like I can't write it in Spanish because it feels too true. And I'm like in denial of whatever I'm trying to process. And I'm like, I can't do that. I have to write it in English.
Yeah.
But then sometimes there's like a disconnect with the language because it's in English and it doesn't feel as close. So then it's the other way around, and I'm like, oh, I want to write more Spanish. Or, yeah, how do you find the balance in that, especially being in the UK?
I think it's hard because, like, obviously being in the UK, people are like wanting English music, and that's also like
Yeah.
I went to uni to write in English as well, and so I'm so used to writing in English. But I think like sometimes I just need that Spanish
Yeah.
song, like even if it's like something simple, and it like there's a thing now with like songwriters and like I don't know, music in general, where if the lyric isn't smart or if the lyric isn't like a double meaning or like this and that, you know, it's like if it's not like
Yeah.
meticulously thought through, somehow it like becomes less.
Yeah.
But in my mind, there's something special about like the simple, because
Yeah,
that's what
definitely.
like you're feeling and that's the thoughts you're having, and that's like I don't know, just like that gut thing. So in Spanish, I think for me, it's become like a lot easier to connect in the simple way, because
Yeah.
also I don't know like how to write smartly in Spanish because I've never had that like connection with it. So I feel
get it.
like
Nice, yeah.
if I have like a feeling and in the back of my head, I'm just like, I'm going to try to write it in Spanish. If
Yeah.
I think it for like a split second, I just try,
Yeah.
because there's something in me that
Yeah.
wants it to be a bit more real.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, if it's in Spanish,
Yeah.
like you said, like it's a bit too real now, because there's something different about saying like, I love you and te amo. It's like,
That's a crazy difference.
yeah. And it's like, sometimes you just need that like difference, or like,
Yeah.
I miss from te extraño. It's like, there's
Yeah.
something that like
There's so
pins
many
me a bit
nuances
more.
as well in certain words that it's like, when I was writing in Medellin, I was just like, I was trying to translate and everything sounded so weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it's not. Yeah. Because they were like, oh, like, what would that be like in English? And I was like, no, but it makes sense only in Spanish. So let's just do this part in Spanish. And then, yeah.
Yeah. And if you have to do like English and Spanish, I think that also works. It's just like, it depends on
Yeah.
how you're feeling in the moment and what the song needs as well.
Definitely.
I don't think like, obviously finding a balance is hard because you're an artist who's doing different, or like a producer or songwriter who has the two languages to choose from. So the choosing is hard, but I think exploring all of the options that you have, like if you can write in Norwegian, you should try, you know, just like,
Yeah.
because there's just like things
There's
that
something
it
new in
picks.
it.
Yeah.
Any language anyway. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so what is your plans now? Like, what is coming up soon?
Coming up soon, I'm moving to London, which will be very exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm currently like trying to work through the EP number 2.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard picking songs
Oh, I bet.
because
Yeah.
also like vibe wise, like where I want it to go, like because
Yeah.
there's lots of songs that are already produced from like a year ago that right now I'm like, we need to reproduce because it's
Always
not.
that cycle, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we're slowly getting there, and I think I've decided that I want to co-produce it.
Nice. Yes, as you should.
Yeah, because I think just like feelings wise, I think I can get through what I want to sort of
Yeah.
like what I want it to sound like, and then just like have some help with it sounding a bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's in the
Nice.
works right now.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for
and
having me.
Yapping with me.
I've had so much fun yapping. I love to yap
Yeah.
with you.
Honestly, every time I sit down, it's like, no, but like a little thing, like one more thing. And then it's like 2 hours past. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me. I've had a lovely time.
Me too.
Bye.